PRI, that's the potential rental income, minus vacancy, is the growth. They should say plus other income. You might have some other income. If you look on the southeast corner of the roof of this building, you'll see a very intricate looking radio tower. And it's, I don't know what all the antennas are up there, but there are 4 or 5 companies that share that tower. And they pay this income, the building, about $10,000 a year for that rental space. Okay, so in this build, and that, of course, it comes after vacancy. There's no vacancy there. Either that tower is there, and once the tower is there, it'll be there for years, or not. So it's not affected by vacancy of the space at all. So it should say PRI minus vacancy plus other income equals gross operating income less operating expenses. And the rule of thumb for operating expenses is not 20%. I don't know, just have that up there. So the net operating income of this property is $95,000. If you wanted to figure out what that would make the value of this building, you look down at that little tab right there. It says 95,000 divided by the cap rate, and they're suggesting a cap rate of 10.9%, equals $871,500. In other words, if you have an NOI of $95,000 and you think Class B, and if this is a Class B, if you think this kind of office building should cap at 10.9, where do you get that number? Where do you get that number, 10.9? It's your number, you make it up. But you made it up because you'd analyzed a bunch of properties and you noticed that the ones you like the best seem to cap at 10.9%. I never had one that capped with a point, decimal point. 9%, 10%. Okay, several factors we've been talking about discount rate for the cap. Several factors can affect your choice of discount rate. Inflation expected in the future. If you expect inflation to be 3%, which is the 100-year average, you would have a different idea about the cap rate than if you expected the inflation rate to be 10%, which was the average in the Carter years. Right? Now, I don't know how, by the way, you predict what inflation is going to be in the future. It seems to turn on a dime depending on who's in power and what country just went bankrupt and things like that. But economists, of course, would say that, that things go in a straight line, and if inflation is going up at 0.1% a year, it will continue to go up at 0.1% a year unless it goes down, and then it would go down, or unless it stayed the same, and then it would stay the same. Another factor is risk perceived in the investment. My perception of risk in the mobile home business is that it's so risky that not just because of the tornadoes, but because of other factors, that I would want to cap that at about 100%. In other words, if it cost me $30,000 to buy this 5-unit park, if it cost me $300,000.